You've met her dad.
I've met your dad.
You have?
Which I liked a lot.
You've also met her.
And we've met before.
You and I have met before,
We
yes,
have.
Dom. Yeah.
And I've met your dad. That's what I'd say.
You have met the two of us.
The Dom Show.
Hello, and welcome to The Dom Show. This is the first of possibly one, or it could be an ongoing series. The idea of this show is to probe deeply into the guests. But let's see what happens. Without further ado, I think we should meet our first guest. Hello.
Hello, Dom. How are you?
The Dom Show.
Dom, you look a little bit nervous, I'm not going to lie.
Hello there, guest. Lovely to see you. What's your name?
My name's Izzy.
Izzy.
Yes.
That's right. So this is Izzy, of course. And Izzy, well, what a journey you've had.
It has been a journey, yeah.
Hasn't been a journey, hasn't
yeah.
it just? And it all started, of course. You went to school.
I did, yeah.
And after that, I imagine you left school.
And I did do that too,
You
yeah.
did that. So, obviously, from the world of film...
Okay.
Are you from the... You like film?
I enjoy watching a film, yeah, sure.
And that's what I meant, and me too. And I think, in a way, Izzy, we're all in the world of film.
Aren't we?
Aren't we just? Yeah. So film aside, music is a passion.
Again, something I like to consume.
That's
sure.
right. And I like consuming film and music.
Yeah, and as do I.
As do you.
Yeah.
That's right. So in terms of where you pigeonhole yourself, and I don't want to pigeonhole you.
No.
I just want to find out, more about you. Do you like gardening?
Again, I don't know if gardening's my thing.
No, doesn't have to be for everyone.
No.
Doesn't have to be for everyone. So when you're kind of kicking back, obviously busy...
Creating.
Very busy,
Busy work.
Creating.
Yes, that's right. When you're creating things...
Ooh, okay.
They're worldwide sensations.
Oh, yeah, massive.
Yeah.
Sure, yeah.
And how did you start off your creating?
Just, I think, something I've always wanted to do,
That's right.
because I'm sort of part of a duo, as you well know.
Thank you.
So,
and where is your other person?
Well, exactly. Yeah, well, we've gone solo today.
Right. What sort of other people would you aim your content at for them to consume?
Very interesting question, yeah.
Thank you.
I would sort of say the middle-aged man.
Middle-aged man.
Is what we're going for. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I've met you. So your partner, of course.
Yeah, he is a relation of mine.
That's right.
Yeah.
Brother.
Ooh, a little bit older than that.
Uncle.
And again.
Dad.
Yes.
Thank you. He's your dad.
Yes.
And is it this kind of thing?
You've met her dad.
I've met your dad.
You have.
Which I liked a lot.
You've also met her.
And we've met before.
You and I have met before,
We
yes,
have.
Dom. Yeah.
And I've met your dad. That's what I'd say.
You have met the two of us.
Yeah. And we created content ourselves.
We did.
Didn't we?
With Mr. Moyles as well.
That's right. We created it with Chris as well, didn't we?
Yes.
That's right. And in terms of... if you could describe the content, in a nutshell, I mean, I'll go first.
Sure.
Fun.
Really fun.
Yeah, I'd say fun. I'd say energetic.
In terms of the content that we make, sometimes not just fun, sometimes a little bit more hard-hitting, let's say. A little bit more serious, the topics.
Well, it's a great listen.
And thank you so much, because obviously you listen
Thank you.
to all of it.
You have to.
You do, especially when you're talking to someone about it.
You can't dip in and out.
No.
That's what I find. So it's a podcast that you do.
It is, it is.
It's a podcast that has... Now, how many subscribers do you have to this podcast now? It's got to be...
A few, yeah.
A lot, isn't it?
Fair few, yeah. It's been going a little while now.
A long time.
Yeah.
Long time.
Maybe not long, but there's been a few seasons.
Quite a few seasons of it. It's a new one.
I'd say we're season sort of 3, I would go for. Yeah.
That's it. And I've met you before.
Yeah, you have.
To talk about the podcast.
Yeah. So in terms of the podcast, if you could describe it in, a paragraph,
Or a whole paragraph?
Or a word.
Okay.
Or a sentence, in fact. How would you describe it? Because obviously it has been. It's a smash. It's a smash hit.
Obviously, yeah.
It's a smash hit.
I mean, you've heard of it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And how would you describe that?
I would describe it as light-hearted, but sometimes also a bit serious.
Yeah.
Because obviously, you know, the topics that we talk about.
Thank you.
Are quite hard-hitting at times.
Very hard-hitting, Izzy.
They get real.
And it gets very real.
About personal growth.
Get real.
And it's personal growth.
Mental health.
Yeah.
Mental health.
But keeping it light.
But with a lighter sort of touch.
You're bang on.
That's
and golf.
It. And golf.
Sure. Yeah.
Is what I like to play.
Okay.
for my mental health.
Good.
And now, I've met your dad, and your dad, can I just say, is very good at driving cars.
Ooh, you've done your
right?
research, haven't you?
Because, Izzy, Richard Hammond, to me, is not only the man off the television, he's a friend.
Yeah, sure.
He's a friend. And with you and your dad,
Sophie,
Izzy, who I've met before, I'm glad you actually cleared up what you do, thank you. It's mental health issues with a little fun twist, and that's important.
Who we are now.
And of course it's called Who We Are Now.
It is.
Thank you.
Yeah, it is.
Available, I imagine, from where you get your podcasts from.
Absolutely, yeah. Global Player.
And Global Player.
Just like yourself.
Should say that first, actually. Global Player. It's a very much Global Player.
Every Tuesday.
Production. Every Tuesday?
Indeed.
Every Tuesday, indeed,
Monday.
on Global Player. And Mondays.
If you're on the Global Player situation,
it's
a
every
little bit
day.
early, yeah.
It's every day, isn't it? And thank you.
Thank you.
No. Thank you very much for describing so clearly, actually, to people, because mental health, it's not a funny thing in itself, but you make it accessible with you and your dad.
Thank you
likes
so
baking
much.
cakes.
Thank you.
Yeah, and you like baking cakes.
Sure, yeah. Who
Do you?
doesn't?
Yeah, exactly.
Who
Does that
doesn't?
help with mental health issues and
good
stuff?
Good for the brain.
Yeah,
Come on,
squash.
you Spurs.
Do you do squash?
Personally, no.
No, I
But
used
it's
to
an
play
option.
squash, which was good. In terms of football teams, you're a big Spurs fan,
Am I?
in a way.
Oh, sorry, no, the wrong notes.
You're not so much. Football really isn't your number one.
No, not me personally.
It's more
Ooh.
netball.
Ooh, not quite.
No, rugby.
Again,
No.
no.
Just stock car racing.
Yeah, mainly cars.
I think if we could sum up our chat, Izzy, I would say engaging,
Absolutely.
light-hearted fun, but also educational.
Yeah.
And I think those are the three areas.
Much like the podcast.
Exactly.
Really.
She's Virgo.
And in terms of star signs, you're quite big into horoscopes. Not so much big into them, but you've got a horoscope.
Yeah, sure.
We all do.
I have a star sign, absolutely, as do you. Yeah, yeah.
Virgo.
Bang on.
Thank you. Well, I'm a Scorpio, so
Of course
I
you
would
do.
know that.
September 15th.
September
Yeah.
15th?
Ooh, not quite.
No,
17th.
12th.
17th.
14th, 17th, sorry.
No, in
18th.
the middle. In the middle.
18, 19, 10.
It's
14th.
the 16th.
16. It's the 16th.
But you were close.
16th.
Thank you very much. I said 16. Thank you very much indeed. Izzy,
Yes,
it's been a pleasure.
it has.
And I can only wish you strength going forward.
And thank you so much.
From strength to strength.
Absolutely.
What is coming up in your next podcast that people can look out for?
We've got lots of exciting guests. Ben Collins, actually, former Stig.
Oh, yes, of course. Yes.
He will be on the
Yeah.
podcast. Sam Ryder.
Sam Ryder.
Big name.
Yeah, huge
Very
name.
exciting.
Yeah.
Yes, so they'll be coming up soon.
Lovely. Well, Izzy, best of luck with the podcast.
Thank you.
And thank you very much indeed for watching there. That was episode 1 of The Dom Show with our guest, Izzy Hammond. I think we all learned something. We'll take something away with us. And don't forget, you scratch mine and I'll kick yours. I haven't worked out what to say at the end yet. Izzy, pleasure. Regards to your dad. From me, Dominic Byrne. See you next time on The Dom Show.
The Dom Show.